Hello everybody and welcome back to another Spiritual Monday video with Electra Soul. Today in this video, guys, I wanted to discuss a topic that I feel like is very important overall in everybody's life, and I feel like this also does go if you are a conscious manifester. Just saying, you know, for the sideline, if you are a conscious manifestors, law of assumptioners, and you do like to listen to these kinds of videos as well, this video goes for every single buddy. I mean, regardless, all the videos go for everybody, but you know, a lot of them are very spiritually based, and I understand that different people have different perspectives. But in this video, I feel like this is something that is very good for your spiritual health and something that you should be doing just to take care of yourself within everything that you do, okay? And what the topic is today is basically to start a good decision making snowball. That's what I wrote on my phone, okay? So it is a snowball of good decisions, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, as somebody who used to have a lot of trouble not letting myself get into trouble for myself, you know, I would never like literally get into trouble, but I mean with myself, I wouldn't make the best decisions always because of many factors. A lot of self-deprecation, a lot of not loving myself, low self-esteem, low self-concept, things like that. And obviously when you have these factors within your life where you don't feel so happy about yourself and about things that you got going on, you know, all the stuff that you should honestly naturally be feeling, it can feel easy, quote unquote, for you to make decisions that are not in your highest or best interest because you feel like you deserve to suffer, quote unquote, in some way. And you definitely do not, okay? You absolutely do not. Suffering is not a necessity. Please understand that this is not something that you need to go through, and that you have to go through the ups and downs of life for you to understand different things of life. I mean, you can go through ups and downs if that's something that is on your mind, like you want to go through those kinds of things. But I'm saying for other people, suffering in that way is not a necessity for real. Like, you don't ever have to go through things like this where you have to learn about certain things in order to understand different things. It definitely depends on the person, but I really don't think that it is a necessity, because there are a lot of times that people can just naturally understand the ways of life, okay? So for example, you don't have to get your heart broken a billion times for you to understand that you deserve true love, you know? You can literally just meet the love of your life without ever having your heart broken and then just be with them. I've seen it happen a lot with a lot of people, and I just feel like within these kinds of things playing out for you, understand that you can definitely have it very sweet and very nice too, because that's what you deserve for sure. And even if you had gone through hell and back, which I know for myself I have, it's not to say that you can't start now in having amazing decisions made in your highest favor and then you just continue on in the direction of that. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, having a good decision making snowball is definitely something that is very real, and it is something that I honestly honor more than anything else, because once I have started consistently making good decisions in my life, once I really started to understand just how much power I hold over basically doing the best for myself, is when things started to really shift for myself, because it was persistent. Like I stated, these were consistent things that I was not letting go of, you know? So for example here, let's say that you are somebody who for a very long time you were very used to making, again, poor decisions for yourself. You were somebody who was very uncomfortable with making good decisions because it felt like it was unnatural to you, because you were so used to making decisions that you were not proud of, okay? So in that case scenario, obviously it is, again, understandable as to why you may feel like, all right, this is just the way it is. Obviously I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of, so it's easy for me to continue to do that. But you know, on the other hand, you want to start making good decisions, but you're terrified because you're not used to the result of receiving such amazing things. You know, once you make a good decision, you're terrified of what you could see, of what you could experience, of how good it could feel, and honestly just the fact that you would have to keep up with it now. Many people find this to be quote unquote difficult for themselves. I'm not going to claim that it actually is, because I don't feel like this is actually difficult. I feel like this is terrifying to the ego, yes, but to your soul. Naturally, making good decisions is everything that makes you feel your very best. When you make good decisions, it becomes very easy for you to just continue on making good decisions, because now you have set up a template for yourself in which you're following a guideline to the very best, because now you have created that, okay? You've gotten a little taste of what it is for you to make good decisions, for you to be positive, for you to stand on business, for you to have boundaries, like literally do everything that you can possibly be doing in your reality to just be your very best self, and that will snowball again in your very highest favor. It's only going to continue to get better from there. That's the best part, man. Like, that is the best freaking part, is that no matter what it is that you're doing, no matter what it is that you got going on, no matter what chances you take on your life, okay, if you assume the best and you actually take a step towards making a good decision, you're going to see things shift all around you again in your very highest favor. So it is no longer a fearful thing where, oh my god, god, I'm gonna be happy because I made this decision, or I chose true love for the first time. What's gonna happen to me? Take it with confidence. Like literally guys, dead ass, take it with the mindset that if I'm making this decision, it is going to work out in my very highest favor, because it has no other option but to do exactly that, because it literally does. Okay, it does not have any other way to go than up from here, because you are allowing that for yourself. That's it. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, okay? So in the past, like I stated, I had a lot of trouble making consistently good decisions because I felt like I gotta sprinkle in a little bit of suffering in there. Like that, I really thought that. I wouldn't actually literally think I gotta suffer a little bit, but I kind of would. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt comfortable with that. My ego felt very comfortable with the fact that not everything is perfect here. I could let things be even better, but I don't feel like I want to make them even better because I'm terrified of that. All right, so I would just, you know, sprinkle in a bad decision here and there, and then I would live my life knowing that I could have made a better decision there, but I chose not to out of fear. Okay, so eventually time goes on by and I realized I could actually have it very good at all times, and that it does not have to be a suffering tactic in between. You know, I don't have to sit here and be really upset over different things that I actually could choose differently for, where I could choose better for. Like it doesn't have to be, again, a thing where I have to suffer in one way or another. No, if I want to be happy, let me make decisions that will make me happy. All right, so you start from there because you learn to love yourself enough to actually do these things. Having a high self-concept has naturally taught me that. That's the best thing about these things, is that it is all very natural. Okay, for you as well, you're naturally going to get to a point, maybe even through watching my videos, I'm going to help you guys understand that for yourselves, that you can actually make good decisions naturally, though, very naturally. It wasn't something where I planned it and I was like, I'm going to start making good decisions finally. No, what happened to me is that I started to get presented with different case scenarios, different situations, different whatever, different options that I could choose from, and I just decided from there on out to make better decisions overall. Okay, and this decision could go for any little thing in your reality. It could go for any larger thing in your reality. That's what she said. Literally anything that you think will make a positive difference in your reality, make that decision in your highest favor. Okay, so even if it is something like you changing your perspective on how this kind of food affects you. Okay, let's say that you love chocolate like myself. I love chocolate. I still eat it every day, guys. Yes, I do. So, you know, I could have sat there and been like, oh wow, chocolate is really bad for me. Oh, whatever. You know, things that literally you don't even want to be thinking. Like, I don't want to be thinking those things because I don't resonate with that. Like, I don't want that within my reality. So me assuming differently actually creates a difference, right? So instead of me saying this is so bad for me, I say this is actually very helpful for me. It's needed. If you are somebody who wants to have chocolate or wants to drink wine every day, whatever, I mean, do what you got to do, but make sure that you're positively seeing it from a perspective that helps you as opposed to anything else. We're not going to be sitting here hurting ourselves because we are so afraid of the outcome that we are creating for ourselves. You know, it's like if you're going to be doing things that hurt you, you have to understand that this is about self-respect all the way through. You cannot be doing things that hurt you, knowing that they hurt you, and then just continue doing them. And this goes far beyond eating chocolate or drinking wine. I'm talking like going back to an ex who's treated you very badly, you messing with that girl who was your friend who talked so much smack about you last year, things like that, or anything, like literally personal decisions, whether it's you uplifting yourself, putting yourself down, maybe even taking pictures of yourself on a day you feel confident, but you're putting yourself down so much to the point that you don't even want to take pictures anymore. Make the decision to see these things from a better and brighter light that actually benefit you, and watch as they benefit you all the way through. You know, even in these other case scenarios, when it comes to you going back to a crappy person for yourself, you got to sit there and you really got to reason with yourself, like, what am I really doing here? Okay, is this something that I actually want to get re-involved with? Like, is this something that's actually worth it? If it's not worth it, do what's best for you. You have to do what is best for you at all times, and that goes for everything in this life. That is why consciously manifesting, doing what it has to do when you are consciously manifesting what you want, you have to perceive the best in order to receive the best. And that is just the way it is with life, with everything that you do. And as you continue to see things for the best, you know, you continue to see them in a very positive light, in a very bright light, you let them be something that actually uplifts you, it becomes a lot easier for you to naturally make decisions that make you a lot happier in your very highest favor, no matter what the case may be. Okay, so even for myself, throughout the last few years, I have really changed my perspective, the way that I make decisions, the way that I do things, you know, basically being very strong-minded about every single thing that I do in my reality, because I understand that I deserve no less than best. If I want the best, I have to receive the best because I deserve the best. Get a load of this this guy. But yes, I absolutely do. Like, I deserve the freaking best, so I'm not gonna sit here and settle for less, especially because I know that I can actually have those things now at this time. Once you actually see how easy it is for you to love yourself as you deserve to be loving yourself, everything else becomes so much easier for you to assume in favor of, no matter what it is. Okay, so whether it's you waking up early or you sleeping in a little bit more, whatever decision's gonna benefit you the most, I want you to make that decision. Okay, I want you to do it carefree. I want you to do it stress-free. I want you to do it with confidence. Every single thing that makes you feel like your very best self, do it, and do not be afraid of the repercussions, because it will only be the best. That's it. And alongside that, because you are only assuming the best out of these things and you are also being your very best self, all of your decisions will again only continue to get easier for you to make, because now you have set the path for everything to be great for you, initially speaking. So it is always only going to continue to get better from here. That is it. That is just the way it is supposed to be, and that is the way that it will always be for a person like yourself. Please remember, guys, that there is no stress in you being the best for yourself. Like, there's no fear behind you making good decisions and you just honestly loving yourself, like deadass. Like, there's no fear here. You just have to understand that no matter what it is that you're gonna do, it just has to serve you in your highest favor. And if it does not serve you, you have to be brave enough to walk away from it, because those things that don't deserve you, it doesn't matter. Like, those things freak it does not matter. They're all gone. They're all irrelevant. It's over. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? And besides that, you don't want to be somebody who's caught up in a cycle of continuously making poor decisions for yourself, which honestly means making decisions that do not make you happy because you're so used to that. Learn to break free from that. That is the point of this video. It's to help open your eyes, guys. Honestly, guys' eyes. I want y'all to open your eyes and to understand that if you want great things, allow yourself to do that consistently, back to back to back. And it will only get easier for you from there, because that is just the way it is always going to be. I'm telling y'all right now, as somebody who has learned to do this for myself throughout the years, within everything that I'm doing, within all the things that I put down on my table, everything has manifested in my highest favor because I allowed all of these things to manifest in my highest favor. So I know for myself that at the end of each and every single day, if I let things just continue to build up in positivity, where I am creating and manifesting a life full of great decisions, it's only going to get easier for me to make those decisions from here. That is the beauty of you getting used to these kinds of things. You get used to a positive reality, and so a positive reality emerges, because why would it not? You guys all know this for yourselves for sure. Even if you've had a lot of fear in the past about this kind of thing, it's understandable, but it's not enough to hold you back or down. And that is absolutely for damn sure, because I know that y'all made a great decision clicking on this video. Obviously, this is the catalyst to the rest of your life being a great decision made and done in your highest favor. Okay then, guys, y'all know exactly what the tea is. Y'all know exactly what you're doing here. Y'all know exactly what you got going on. Please remember what you're worth. Please remember exactly what you deserve. And please remember that this is your life that you're making, okay? If it's not the best decision, you have to look the other way and you have to manifest in favor of something way better for yourself. Always be that strict with yourself and never have fear over the decision that you're making. If you're making that decision, it definitely is in your highest and best favor, and you will know that by the way that you naturally feel when you are making that decision. No fear, no worries, no stress, no nothing else. Only the best, only happiness, only stress-free things, only contentment, confidence, empowerment, everything that you want. That is it. Only that. That is it. May God bless y'all always, angels. Thank y'all very much for watching today. That's basically it for today. I honestly just wanted to touch base with y'all when it comes to y'all making great decisions, because I just feel like if it's not the best, if it's not the greatest, it's time for something better and more, and it really is. Please remember, guys, that there is absolutely not a single freaking thing that could ever push you in any other direction. You are too empowered for anything less, okay? It's only the best, only more, only empowerment. That's it. That's it. Great decisions, and that's it, okay? Once you start that snowball effect, it's only gonna get better from here, and it will only get easier for you to trust yourself so much to know that you can actually always consistently make great decisions, and so you always freaking will, just like that. And so you always will, all right? Okay then, my love. May God bless y'all always again. Thank y'all so much for watching. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I truly intend that this video helps y'all out to the most of its ability, and I know that it definitely will, but just continue on doing what you're doing. You guys are the best. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. God bless. All right? Continue making great decisions. It's always only up from here, and so it always most absolutely, positively, consistently is, period. Snowball effect on full. Okay. God bless again, my love. Peace out. Bye.